Go, 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 go. I'm alright. What up, Z-Pack? It's Sidus and Versus. I'm on this side with Uncle Tom.
Hey, yo.
The Z-Pup, and Logan, and it's Memorial Day, and we here at Z-Dog Industries feel very strongly about supporting the memory of people who've given their lives in the service of freedom in our country. And Memorial Day is about a lot of things. It's about reflection, it's about gratitude and appreciation. It's also about the idea that we are free. That we are free to do really, 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 really unadvisable and stupid things.
That's true.
Like putting both our parents on the show live. That's right, it's Z-Dad and Z-Mom. Live and direct on the show. Z-Dad on the left looking like he just swallowed a monkey. I'm not sure he knows that we're live. Do you know we're live, Z-Dad?
Well, that was a great introduction, but I haven't heard any applause.
There
Louder,
it is.
Louder, louder, I'm deaf.
So, as you guys know, Z-Dad is not a retired. He's an internist, private practice, the Central Valley of California. Still works occasionally, mostly to stay out of my mother's hair, who is sitting with him, and is a psychiatrist, retired legitimately for 7 years, because I believe she told me something to the effect of, "I am so out." What do you guys think?
Well, it's nice to meet you all, but as you know, I don't like to talk to strangers. but you are okay.
Well, there's only 455 strangers watching right now, so how bad could it be? Z-Mom, yesterday your show pretty much crushed it. People were very interested in hearing about your experience around suicide and provider guilt and shame and those kind of things. Any thoughts on the show yesterday?
I really enjoyed as best I could talking about it, because it was such a serious subject, and I just loved all the what do you call them, remarks.
Well, you know what? She doesn't have a Facebook account. I don't think she's used a computer, and because she refused to learn EHR, and she's sooner retired than actually work on an EHR. So we were going through comments yesterday, and literally it was like, "Oh, what a nice, look at that fellow, what he said, it's so nice. Why don't you tell him, of course, everything's going to be fine." And then she went to another comment and she said, "You know, this comment, what is this idiot saying? This is total nonsense." Which ironically is exactly how I read comments. Exactly the same. Actually, people were very, Z-Mom, people were very appreciative of your insight. Did you have a good time doing the show?
Oh, I had an excellent time, especially with Tom and Logan.
Well, Heather Kavanaugh, that's nice to say since they're right here. As soon as they step out, she'll probably be like, "You know, where did you get these pictures?" And just so you know, when the light is red, the camera's on you. So
yes.
Right now the camera's on you.
Okay, so
On her or for me?
Both of you. Both of you. What would you rather be on you, Z-Dad?
Well, yeah, exclusive.
Exclusively. That's what I thought. So I see something about a bow tie here. You're wearing your legendary bow tie. Why? Why do you wear that?
Because I like to look respectable once in a while.
Once in a while. Did you wear it to the clinic ever?
Yes. And for all those who know me, it must be a thrill for you all to watch me tonight.
This is where I get my legendary humility, Z-Dad right here. Z-Mom, look, you've lived with him for what now, almost 50 years, is it?
going on 48.
Going on 48.
Long time, but engaged 2 years prior, so that's 50 years. So it's a golden anniversary, to speak.
You say that with such enthusiasm.
No, because I just don't believe we got so far.
Did you think, yeah?
If I wear suspenders, I've been far enough.
Is it gotten so bad that your pants are just ready to fall down because of out of
Well,
overmarriage?
No, really. Last night at the casino, I lost my shirt. So I didn't want to lose my pants either.
Are you people starting to see where he gets it from?
Oh, I've got a million of them, people. I'm here all week. I'm in Vegas. You know, did you ever think you'd be, your own son would put you on a Las Vegas show?
Did I know that?
Yeah, did you know that?
No, it's beyond my imagination.
By the way, ZDAD, what do you think of Zubin's impression of you?
His impression of me?
Yes.
Well, he just said that I look dapper in my cap.
No, your impression of him. Oh, no,
Oh, my impression of Zubin? Well, I think we have some nutcases here.
No,
Like who?
no. What is your impression of my impression of your accent?
Oh, I think that's perfect.
Really? Told you people. Everyone's like, you're overdoing it. I actually, ZDAD, you should understand this. I had an Indian person comment on YouTube, and they said, your accent is totally insulting because it's over the top, it's very generic. You're not dialing down to the Gujarati upper class accent that undoubtedly your parents have. And I said, you're right. I have to exaggerate it for the white man. So that, so that guy. Logan is brown, so I don't have to exaggerate ish for him, but
Why is Logan brown?
Why is Logan brown?
Yeah,
because he's half Mexican, half Scottish.
Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. A beautiful
beautiful,
combination.
Karen,
Oh, this is
Karen
lovely.
McKee says, bow ties are the sign of a true gentleman, ZDAD. Rock that bow tie.
What do you think?
That's right. You got
That's
it.
right, Karen. Jen Hetwer says, are they drinking too, or just awesome? Have you guys been drinking?
We teetotalers.
Teetotalers.
My goodness, if we have a sip of wine, we get drunk. So we're total teetotalers.
I don't drink Coke at all.
You don't drink Coke?
No.
Well,
What does Coke have to do with alcohol?
Well, he's like Trump. He
It's
doesn't
got-
drink, no caffeine, nothing.
It's got so much phosphoric acid. It's good to clean toilets, but not for human beings.
They do use it to clean gastric tubes. Did you know that? They pour Coca-Cola in because it dissolves, the phosphoric acid dissolves it.
So I was right.
Yeah, of course you're right. You're ZDAD. You're always right. At least that's what we're going to say.
You know what? If I can get President Trump to wear my bow tie or bow ties, that will be a great achievement for me.
Wait a minute, ZPAC. I think we have a call to arms.
Oh,
Trump train.
Hashtag Trump bow tie / hashtag ZDAD says. That's the new thing. If we can get Sean Spicer to go out to the press and say, you know, we've heard about this ZDAD thing and they want Donald Trump to wear a bow tie, and he comes out with a bow tie, I will consider my gift to humanity served. Wouldn't you say?
That's right.
Yeah.
I think many of the Z-Packers would like to know what Zubin was like as a child.
oh my goodness, he was a handful. He
Wait,
was a
can I interrupt for a
handful.
second?
Yes, please.
ZDAD bow tie. Why is it that when asked how I was as a child, immediately ZDAD points to Z-Mom and is like, you tell him I was out doing work. She was working too. I was raised by a Jamaican nanny. I'm not sure anybody was home.
Well, for the first year, unfortunately, I was home with you, and Zubin, that was the worst year of my life. I honestly swore I would never ever have another child. You never slept, you never ate, you screamed, you stuck to me.
It sounds like residency.
That's right. It was worse. And then, lo and behold, by the time you were 18 months and 2 years, you were the perfect child. And then by the time your sister was born, well, you had your ups and downs. You'd want to chase her with a broom and whatnot. But you started becoming, go on, quite a young gentleman.
He chased Dina with a broom?
Of course, you were never there to see it.
Wow.
You were working in the ER. Your mother was there, my mother-in-law, their grandmother, and I would scream, he's going to kill her.
Whoa.
You didn't know that.
I don't have any memory of chasing my sister Dina with a broom. I do have other memories of violence, but you know, that's, you know, again, those are more dreams than anything else.
Joel Lazoya says, Z-Mom keeps it 100. Z-Mom, that means you're very authentic.
Oh, they're so sweet.
I'm just waiting for the comment that's like, yo, ZDAD's hella woke.
What is woke? What is that?
ZDAD, let me ask you a question. Global warming, is it real? What's going on?
Yes, of course. What are you doing for global warming?
I fart less and I
That's disgusting.
I drive
Zubin,
less.
that's rude.
I'm doing my part.
What are you doing?
I'm recycling my jokes.
Nina.
What about, okay, look, all right. I know you're hella woke, Dad. That means that you're enlightened. That's what the kids are calling enlightened these days.
Oh,
Enlightened.
Enlightened, hella woke.
hello.
Like woke up.
Enlightened like the great Buddha?
Like the Buddha.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's what they think of me?
That's what they're saying.
Oh.
That's what we're saying with a hashtag and trying to get people to say.
People won't say
What
that.
is your advice, having been married to Z-Mom, which, as you know, is very hard to interrupt her stream of thought? What's the marriage like?
Well, I haven't talked to her for a week
What? That's a big fat lie.
because I don't like to interrupt her.
I know the problem here is ZDAD is hard of hearing. I am hard of hearing. So we hear different things. We speak a different language, and so we're really not talking to each other because we're not hearing the same things.
That's
And it gets very confusing.
But I like to hear what I want to hear.
That is very true. You have selective hearing.
I hope you guys are starting to realize how little of Zubin's personality is generated from within himself. He picked it up from osmosis through these two over the years.
There was a diffusion gradient of insanity that slow. Look at it. Watch this. It's like,
Oh
my goodness.
my goodness! What happened now?
Yeah, you don't want to know.
What is it?
You are on
Yeah.
camera. That's all. That's all you need to know.
I'm getting a senior moment here.
What's that?
I don't know, you to ask me.
Someone says ZDAD for president.
Ah, my goodness! Oh.
With the bow tie.
So here's the first scandal. You guys are walking on the tarmac. You're president. You go to grab Z-Mom's hand to hold it, and she slaps it away. How do you spin? How does your press secretary spin that to the world press?
Nut job.
Who's the nut job, me or you?
You.
I'm the shrink. I diagnose.
It's her job to deal with
Yeah, of course.
people who are crazy.
Yes. No, we don't use that kind of language.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to use the C word, crazy, because
That's a very bad
Mom
word.
is very PC about it. Like
Many people would like to know, Z-Dad, what is your secret to a long marriage?
Uh-oh.
There is actually no secret. But I like a thrifty woman,
Oh,
like my wife.
I'm not thrifty. I'm not thrifty.
She asked for at a dollar store, she asked for a checkout.
A what?
Check price check at the dollar store.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I love it. A price check at the dollar store. Your mom is so cheap. How cheap is she? She has a price check at the checkout at the dollar store.
These are like...
But to be
The Kenny Youngman, yeah, exactly.
but to be serious, if you really want to know the secret, there is no challenge in a marriage that you cannot overcome by just three word sentences.
Uh-oh.
I was wrong, you were right, I love you.
That's true.
Which has never been said.
I've never
in 50
heard
years.
any of that said in my house by anyone.
Well, I was just hinting.
that you want it said to you.
After half a century, he's hinting. Thank you very much.
Half a century already?
Oh my God! That's what I just said, that we'll be married almost 50 years. We've been engaged 2 years prior. You asked me before we came in, how many years have we been married? He remembers the year I was...
Don't use the word 50. You know, it's like when you go to the store, they say 49.99. So that sounds better.
Yeah. And for example...
So it's what, 47.99? So you don't remember how long we've been married?
No,
I'm not trying to
Oh,
confuse
that's
you.
getting...
A $49.99.
And he remembers the year I was born, but not my birth date, which
Well,
is
but that's
rude.
math. He's never
That's
been good
rude.
at math.
Yeah, but he remembers the
That's
birth
how I
date.
was able to get so much money in high school. I'd be like, yeah, it's like pi times 20 is what I need for this new car. Dad, well, what is that? It's like $10. Okay.
Lots of people are saying that they'd love to watch a show that's just Z-Mom and Z-Dad, no Zubin.
What?
That's
What?
good.
Don't steal my show like you stole everything from me, parents.
Anybody wants advice about marriage?
Not really.
Anybody out there thinking of getting married? keep your eyes wide open before marriage, half shut afterwards.
And
Mine are almost shut.
Melissa Weeks says, my parents just celebrated 50 years and my dad's comment was, talk about being stuck in a rut.
oh,
Melissa Weeks.
Oh my-
That's amazing. That's a good marriage in my mind.
of course.
Amber Moore would like to know if you had an arranged marriage.
Oh, tell us this story. This
My
is a good
goodness, not at all.
one. Look at the panic
Oh
on
my
ZDAD's
goodness,
face.
I was doing my I was doing my internship and ZDAD wasn't attending. He didn't like me and I thought, you're the one I thought that I'm going to marry.
This is bad.
Though it's not
It
bad.
really is bad.
It's not bad. He didn't know what hit him. And so on Valentine's Day, 1967, I believe, I said, let's get married. And he said, yes, let's, but not to each other.
And I meant it.
You meant it? How could you mean it? We've been married for almost 50 years.
But that was then.
It wasn't then because I lassoed you into the marriage. So it was arranged by me.
Okay, now I got it.
Give up.
Donna Searcy is mentioning that ZDAD uses dad jokes. That's exactly correct. They are ZDAD jokes. They're jokes that only ZDAD could make or would make. Carrie Bennett says you guys are going to get that senior discount, which is good. ZDAD has been dreaming about the senior discount at Sizzler since we've been going to Sizzler, right?
Yes. of
Yeah, you've
course.
been talking about it. When do I get the discount?
I get discount all the time.
Well, what a thrill when at Wendy's they look at you and say you get a senior discount and a free drink. It's a thrill.
You know what's a thrill is the fact that you guys still eat at Wendy's. It's amazing to me.
I do.
You're like two retired physicians, work very hard all your life. You could eat anywhere. It's like I love those square patties.
I love the chili at Wendy's.
Yeah,
Wow.
Like at the airport, she tells me, how's your day, sir? I said, you tell me. If I don't have to take out my shoes, I'm fine. She says, okay, you don't have to take out your shoes. I said, why? She said, because you're a senior. Ha!
No, you're over 75.
I didn't want to hear that.
I was very happy to hear that.
There was a TSA, dad jokes.
Yes.
So the TSA basically, I didn't realize that. Is that true that you
Yeah.
don't take your shoes off if you're over 75 at the TSA?
Yes, absolutely
Yeah.
true. It's a thrill.
Okay,
This-
it's
That's
Memorial
fine.
Day, so I don't mean to make a joke about this, but ISIS is listening right now, and they're like,
Oh.
send Mahrad, he's 77.
Shoe bombs.
They put two shoe bombs. He's had a long enough life. He doesn't need his feet.
See, now
I don't know
that's-
why he talks like an old Jewish guy. Look at my mom. She's worried we're gonna get a fatwa.
My goodness.
Again.
I think,
What was a young Z like on his way to medical school?
well, a young Z was always interested in all things living, even if they were dangerous, like those lone gray spiders. He would adopt them. He would love snakes and all kinds of horrible things.
Adopt a black widow spider.
If he could, he would, but he had that lone widow spider. What were they called? The lone brown things, dangerous things.
Brown recluse.
The recluse, big, huge thing.
I like to live dangerously, people.
Yes. So that was Zubin, interested in everything and a big, fat know-it-all, Mr. Know-it-all. He knew it all ever since he was 3 years old.
Boys, has that changed at all? Am I still Mr. Know-it-all? Of course not. I don't know anything. Logan, push that button. You're wrong. He was a Z puppy before a Z dog, says Diego Wee. Bring out your young Z dog pics, says Ann Hernandez Rodriguez. Well, Ann, you can find those pics on Mrs. Dog MD's Facebook page. She has been posting some that Z Mom has snuck to her behind my back because they are in cahoots. And
Let's see. Amanda would like to hear some stories from when Z-Dad was a young physician.
oh yeah, what about what was your training like? You trained again in New Jersey, before that in India.
Yeah, I did my residency twice.
Right. Is it because you failed the first one?
No, because over here, I finished my residency back home and then came back and I had to do it again to get the license.
Yeah, they wouldn't take the one from India.
They took it for the entrance, but I had to do a residency again to become an internist.
Let me ask you a question. Did you ever suffer, and this is a serious question, any kind of racism or discrimination
No, we didn't.
when you were training there in New Jersey, coming from India, fresh off the boat with an even thicker accent than you have now?
Never.
Really? Never ever?
Never.
So you're treated as an
They
equal?
thought I was a local.
Because it's New Jersey. Everyone in New Jersey is like, hey, this is our state, okay? Get out. What about you, Z-Mom? Because you did a pathology residency, hated it, switched to psychiatry. Was there any?
Actually, in psychiatry, it was only once when a beautiful young woman said, go back to where you came from. And I said, well, I come from Morristown, New Jersey. And where do you young lady, come from? And that was the end of that.
No, he's talking about pathology.
Well, I did pathology,
I
just
asked her about racism.
Oh.
Yeah.
I experienced it just once.
He's trying to guide the conversation
He is.
to medically PC things instead of, jingoism. I made that word up. I have no idea what it means. Jail Simonville asks, have you guys heard of the leprosy clinics in India?
Is there one?
Yes.
Oh, it's Z-Pup. Hi, Z-Pup.
Hi,
Yep.
Z-Pup.
What's up with the leprosy stuff? Because I remember when we visited India, there was a parade of people with Hansen's disease walking around.
Yeah, there are leprosy special clinics, but every teaching hospital has a ward that has leprosy patients. So during our rotations, we had to move through those wards. So we maybe spent about 8 days passing through the leprosy ward. Yeah.
I think someone asked here, what was it like when Z-Dog first shaved his head? How did you react to that?
Horrible.
We were absolutely horrified.
I thought I'm going to get bald.
Like it's some kind of horrible
my hair?
contagion.
I got plenty of hair.
It's a contagion, dad jokes. Yeah, look at his hair. Where did that come from? Now look at my hair.
How did you get bald?
It's my side of the family, sadly.
Z-Mom, was your father bald?
Yes, he was, sadly.
Yeah, they're all bald in the family.
What do you mean they are all bald? That's rude.
This is bald shaming. Where's that
It is,
hashtag?
actually.
Bald shaming. That's what it is. It's a bald-faced lie.
You know-
I wanted to ask this one.
Yeah.
Tammy says, Z-Parents, what do you think is Z-Dog's greatest accomplishment?
Just about everything.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, just about. He's an all-round good son. He really is. Z-Pop is shaking her head for some strange reason.
She doesn't believe it.
Yeah.
Now she's gonna get the Iron Maiden tonight, man. Particular form of torture. Let's see. Did you put a psych hold on Zubin when he said he wanted to be a physician?
No, actually, it came very naturally to him. He just kind of breezed into the whole thing. He was admitted to 5 of the 6 medical, what do you call them? Medical schools that he applied to. I mean, it was a thrill. And then in the end, he wanted to get into UCSF, and he did.
I only
Yeah,
have to
but-
kill 3 homeless people to do it and hide the bodies. It was part of the ritual that the deal
Yeah,
with the dome.
but you came to me for advice after you finished your college.
Did you? Where-
Yeah,
Do you
I
remember that?
I remember this.
You came to me and said, what career choices do I have?
I don't remember that.
So I said, become a medical doctor, you'll make a decent living. But I said, what? Specialize, I told him. And I also told him, did you know that they have a specialist for every hole in your body?
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
And when they refer you to all these specialists and they find nothing wrong with you, they refer you to a surgeon. And now the surgeon wants to make a hole. So would you like to become a surgeon?
No,
No? Why not?
I don't like holes. They're gross.
Yeah, this is some kind of stupid
You have a
joke or what?
phobia for holes?
That was like a ZDAD MD joke.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Is this an
my
off-color
dad,
joke?
so you guys have to understand me, when my dad figured out the internet was a thing, he learned to use email only in the last few years. And I got every single link sent to me. It was like the ballad of the colorectal surgeon and jokes for the boomer set that didn't really quite sit with me, and yet I've stolen all of them and used them in every single video because science. You know what I'm saying?
No, but anyway, did you think you would become a surgeon?
No, I never thought I'd be a
No?
surgeon.
Why?
Because you've seen me do stuff with my hands. It's a disaster.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
because I always thought surgeons were bandits.
Why?
Why do you think we wear masks? So nobody knows who done it.
Oh my gosh.
Why do you think they wear gloves?
Why?
Hey, no fingerprints.
Oh.
That's a bad joke, right there.
Is there another punchline you want to throw in?
That's my opinion about surgeons.
Oh,
Let's go to comments. Don't look down the hole ever, says Victoria. What does ZDAG thinks of value-based payments? Do you even know what they are? It's after your time. Value-based payments, macro, MIPS, PQRS.
Oh, that's a disaster.
Oh yeah, why?
Because the value is based on me and not on the patient's compliance. Even if a patient is not compliant and a treatment doesn't work, then I get the penalty. That's my impression. That's what they call MACRA, M-A-C-R-A.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Whoa. ZDAD may have actually made a really important point here, that if we're getting judged on quality and outcomes, if our patients aren't partners in the quality and outcomes, how can we be penalized if Logan decides not to take his unnecessarily prescribed Z-Pak that my dad would give him? And this is a valid question. So how do we engage patients with accountability, et cetera, in Health 3.0? Someone asked earlier, ZDAD, what do you think of Health 3.0?
Health 3.0, that's your idea.
It's an idea that we are promoting, yes.
We co-opted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I just wish President Trump would hear you.
Ooh.
And then he will make the changes and we'll really get 3.0.
oh boy.
Did you know that ZDOGMD for Surgeon General was trending on the internet
Oh my God.
Oh, really?
a couple of months ago?
Ooh.
He wants to become a Surgeon General?
I didn't say that. I said it was trending on the internet.
Well, that might be the first step to the White House.
Should we do it? You want to turn the White House brown with me?
Brown.
Let's do it. The Brown House, people.
Off brown.
Off brown.
House.
The off White House. Patients take responsibility for themselves. LOL. Wish that would happen. Chris Miller. He likes healthcare 2.5, says Aubrey. I think that's a good compromise. Wonderful parents, and I can see where your jokes come from, ZDAD. Oh, my jokes, Shauna. Shauna Lusk. I'm not sure they come from this man. They come from Logan. Logan writes all my material. You guys didn't know this. I'm listening to this while on the treadmill. You guys are killing me. Hopefully not literally, says Judy Niedzielski. I like that. My dry sense of humor loves the surgeon joke, says Catherine Beener. Well, see, Dad, someone likes your joke.
There you go.
There it
That was
is.
right.
Someone with a dry sense of humor. The old man is good, says Sammy Cordova.
Old man, not yet.
Oh, well, wait. According to the TSA, you don't have to take your shoes off. According to Sizzler, you get a $5 discount on the all-you-can-eat Scampi. That, to me, strikes of old man. What do you think?
You can take it.
He's having
That's
a
a
senior
real senior moment.
That's a real. That's a true.
Well, I think we're coming up on half an hour. Z-Parents, what parting words of wisdom do you have, ZDAD?
Parting words of freedom.
Of wisdom.
Of what?
Ah, see, he hears what he wants to hear. Wisdom.
Parting words of freedom.
Wisdom!
Sorry, I'm deaf.
It is, but it's Memorial Day, so parting words of freedom. Go with it.
Let's go parting
Go
words
with
of
it. Parting
freedom.
words of freedom.
All I can say is that you should smile more often. And I'll tell you why. There are 72 muscles in the face that you have to work when you get frown or you get angry. But there are only 17 muscles in the face to make you smile. So for everybody out there, may I suggest, everybody who's suffering from fatigue, smile more often.
Practice what you preach.
Well,
Practice what you
I'm
preach.
smiling now.
Now,
I'm smiling now. And I'll tell you,
He is. I can
a
vouch for this.
smile is the cheapest way to improve your looks.
there you go. So do it more often, not like once a year when you're in front of the camera.
And Z-Mom?
Z-Mom, do you have any parting words
Yes,
of freedom?
very
Parting words of
important.
freedom.
Very important.
Trump's right.
That is, all's well that begins well.
My favorite saying of my mom's, it's a neologism. It's what is it? You can't win for losing. I don't know why she sounds like ZDAD. You can't win for losing. Is that something you invented, Z-Mom?
I think it was uttered by, who's that famous poet who sits at the head of the table, or not at the head of the table, and says wherever he sits is the head of the table?
Oh, Sean Spicer?
No.
I know you feel bad for him because Trump's been mean to him.
I love Sean Spicer. I just absolutely love that young man. And that's the only thing I have against our President of the United States. Please, President Trump, don't pick on Sean.
On that note, thank you very much to Z-Mom and ZDAD for joining us, and we are out.
Hashtag party words of freedom.
I like to say something.
Wait, ZDAD. Oh, now you're out. Wait, should we bring it back to him?
Yeah,
All right. What is it?
Hasta la vista. See you later.
Alligator, I'll be back.
I'm alright. Uh-huh.